Hey everybody, I have my long promised SGC return. Two boxes. There's quite a bit of stuff. Drew Lefty NDV has inspired me to show my non-sport pickups on this channel instead of the other one I created, so I'm going to have to deal with a lot of non-sport, but there is some pretty cool sports stuff and even a modern, for me, card, even though it's like 20 years old. So here we go. I'm gonna try not to rattle the thing in the back too much. We'll see what cards I choose to display here, if any. I know the grades already. I haven't looked at them in person. You saw them break the seal. Here's the first stack. This seems like all of the normal sized cards. Let me pull this off to the side. This is going to be a long video because I'm long-winded and it'll be long if I wanted to. So this is a 1904 W.O. Briggs United States Flags of All Nations vertical back. It's got a 1.5 grade. This is a very obscure card, but this is actually improperly graded, in my opinion. I don't blame SGC for grading it incorrectly, just because of the obscurity, but this is one of my favorite tobacco backs ever. And the reason I believe it's graded a 1.5 is this looks like a stamp or a sticker over the top, but this was actually done at the factory because they raised the price of the tobacco. So, you know what? I will keep that not on the stand because the next one up is pretty awesome. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if I want to pay the extra money to kind of fight SGC on that one. I don't know. Anyway, this is one of the bigger cards in the order. This is a 1922 Felix Poten Jack Dempsey. I believe this is his rookie card. It got a 4.5, which is a huge grade for this issue. This is a very desirable card for vintage boxing fans. Can't remember if I said that is now the highest graded SGC copy. So I'm not really a boxing card fan, so I will be putting that one up for sale. Next up, this is also the highest graded SGC copy. This is Sam McVeigh, who was a great boxer in his own right. This card is just not as desirable as the Dempsey. I love his nickname as the Oxnard Cyclone. So, getting into some non-sport now. This is a N76 Peter Cooper, who has the greatest neck beard of all time. This is a great set. It's very popular. Great Americans. So, have a few of these. Some of them didn't get numerically graded, which not really a surprise. This is the H.W. Beecher. This got a 3. This is the John A. Logan that both the ones that got A's got a minimum size not met. It doesn't say trimmed, but I'll just show that one. This is John Erickson. Both are, both only have the border on one side. This is my favorite of the N76 that I sent in. This is Edwin Forrest. And this got a 2.5, but I just think this card is beautiful. Here's what the back looks like since I didn't show any of the other. I kind of think this one's overgraded. It looks like it has some stuff inside the case, but yeah, it has some like pasted stuff. I probably am a little bit different from a lot of people with, like, when the cards grade higher, than I'm expecting. If they're for my personal collection, I kind of find it distracting. The reason I'm going in depth into this is for this card. This is not a 3, and you can see the big wrinkle here that breaks the surface. It's missing some of the red, and then there's some staining down in this corner. Here's the back. It's all stained up too. So, Cycle 460 Admiral Schley portrait. Cycle 460, like I said, and this card has a cool wet sheet transfer. I was expecting no more than a 2 on this one. This one is a little bit more up for debate. The front looks like it could be a 4.5 or something like that, but registration color fantastic. But let me see if the camera wants to pick it up. You can see some like flecks there, and then let me see. See if the there's like a crease running through all the way, or little wrinkles all the way here. But still a killer card. I just wasn't expecting a 3. Next up, this is probably the biggest card in the order, and then when I was talking on Alex Bowman 53's live stream, it might have been 2 or 3 weeks ago, or it could have been 1 week ago, I don't know. Life is doing that to me right now, but this is the Hall of Fame Tony Lazzari rookie Z-Nut. This is only the second that SGC has ever graded, and I want to say PSA has graded like 3. This is the conclusion to, I think, my last video where I titled it, you know, like huge eBay find or getting hosed or something like that. But this is just a crazy card that I found. If you want to know more, check out the last video. But this is another one that I'll be selling. I used to not sell. I used to pass up on a lot of cards, but now I'm just kind of like, you know, if I see a good deal, why not me make the money on it, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, didn't used to be my style. But this is a 1936 Tabacaleria Estadios Unidos. This is just a Native American in like the headdress and traditional, I guess, clothing. I don't want to trying to be careful of my word choice, but this came out of an album that each country had a page, and I just thought it was a gorgeous card. Very, very cool looking. I have 3 more, or 2 more, sorry, from this set that I will be showing. This is the White House. Just thought these were too cool. And I got a flag that I don't think that they graded from this issue. It's on like different paper, and I don't really know why they wouldn't grade it, other than they probably didn't know what it was, which is somewhat understandable. So this is the Statue of Liberty. This is again the 1936 Tabacaleria. I have the 1915 Susini, which is the same company of the Statue of Liberty. So this card is very rare as well. Just love the shot. This is a different angle than you typically see of the Statue of Liberty. So all right, into the second box. Let's get into some other stuff here. I have some oversized cards coming up. Oh, this is my first like thicker SGC case. This is a cool one. This is a Willie Mays 2005 Playoff Prime Cuts autograph quad relic. This is probably the newest card I'll ever show on my channel. This was my first big purchase when I got my first job. Paid probably a fraction of what it's worth now. And I was tired of it being raw. I kind of just thought it would display nicer in the holder, and I was right, because it looks fantastic. This is one I will not comment on at all. This was just a card that I don't plan on keeping, that it was too cheap for me to pass up. So, Lindbergh. Very rare card. This is like one of his first issues. So, this one will also be for sale. There you go. And then I was talking about 1915 Susini earlier. This is a Woodrow Wilson. This is the only card that they have graded of Woodrow Wilson from Susini. This also came from a separate album. Most of the time you don't see them with the decorative frames. So there's that one. Let's see. Next up, this is a very, very rare card. Found this, imported it from Canada, I guess. It's a Canadian issue. That would make sense. This is a V251 United States 1930s Canadian gum company. This would have always been a 1.5 because of the writing on the back, their blank back. But when the seller sent it to me, they put it in with an index card that they stamped with all their like contact information, and it got on the card, which I'm still pretty upset about. Back to the card though, this is from a set that knocked off of a much earlier flag issue, the T59 set, that has flags of different countries. But what's interesting about that, this set in particular, and that set, the V251, which is what this one's from, all of the images are mirrored. And then I don't know how many cards they made themselves, but there is no United States card in the T59 set, so they came up with this art, I guess, for the set. Next up, we slide these back because I'm into the oversized stuff. Let me see what they... I can't get the stuff out of the box. There we go. I have no idea why they didn't grade this. Probably just because the writing on the back. But that's never stopped them before, so I don't really know. It's a George Washington. I have 3 different poses of this one. This is the one where he is posing with a cannon. I have a map and I don't know, something else. But now it's just into the big guys here. If you don't know, now they finally make sleeves for these oversized SGC slabs. It was years in the making. This is from a French set about currency, so all of those are like period coins to when this was made. Am I focused? Which I just think this is a beautiful card. So there's that one. Here is a George Washington that they did grade. This is the one where he's at the map and the tree stump. This one has like some tape residue. I have one other one already graded. With the way that non-sports is right now, if you have like a George Washington card, it just only really makes sense to grade it. And then I think all except for, I'll show this last baseball card and then I'll go into my spiel that I was going to go into. This is one of my favorite cards in the order. This is right around 1900, as many of you who have been watching my channel for a long time know. I like kind of generic baseball scenes. This is a chocolate trading card. from a set called Les Sports Modernes. I'm almost done with the set. Most of the ones I have are blank backs, which SGC tends not to grade. However, I was able to find this one with a chocolate advertisement, and for it to get a 5 is just incredible. I was extremely pleased when I got it in with how sharp it was, and it getting a 5 is just killer. So I would be really surprised if any other of this front exist in an SGC holder. So this is a just fantastic card. Like I said, one of my favorites in the order. So get a close up here. When I do complete that set, I'll have to do a video on it. Next up, got a pair of these. One's a 4 and one's a 3.5. The rest of these will all be chocolate sucard or suckered. I'm not really sure. That is not English, so I don't know. They would not grade a bunch of my sucard cards last time, and what I did was go by a guide put out by the English Card Collectors Society. They call themselves the Cardophilic Society, I guess, but I went and bought like this really old guide that the information you can't find on the internet, with information you can't find on the internet, and I photocopied it and sent it to them, and they actually graded all of my Sucard cards, because now they know what they are. So one's a 3, one's a 4.5. The other copy is already spoken for, but this is a set called Rulers and Their Castles. So George Washington and the White House in the background. These are the only 2 graded by SGC of that one. Same with this card. This is a George Washington and Lafayette in a 5. This is the only graded copy of this. This card is just gorgeous, and the glare and poor video quality that I'm putting out is not going to do this card any justice, but just a monster card, and super pleased to get a 5. There is one other graded of this, but this is the new highest graded. The guy who graded the other one is in a Facebook group I'm in and was saying the highest graded, and I was looking at mine and was like, not for long, buddy. So this is Ben Franklin and Isaac Newton, some of the best inventors of their day. Isaac Newton invented gravity. Everything was floating prior to him. Pretty cool. But just love the art. If you look in the background, there's a lot of touches like the apple falling off the tree, and then the lightning rod and the globe. And this is from, this, along with the George Washington, is from a set called Celebrities and Their Autographs. Very cool to see yet another early example of facsimile signatures like we see today on cards. This is a big victory for me. This is one I really wanted graded because I love the art. And this is one that they had rejected previously, until I sent the guide. So I'm hoping that I kind of helped out a bunch of people, because Sucard cards are gaining a lot in popularity. So hopefully they'll grade a lot more. I had like 4 rejected in my last order, and I just was so upset. I went out and did that crazy thing where I buy a guide. I paid a man in Belgium to photocopy his, and don't tell him I photocopied it, because he probably would have wanted me to buy 2. Oh well. This is again the only one graded. This is a really interesting series. Just love the look of this card. It's from it features New York, and it's the national costumes, flags, time, and flowers. So I'll talk about the bottom here, and then show the whole thing again. So it just talks about like what time it is in New York relative to GMT, a flower. Obviously, the guy's holding the flag, and then you have the Statue of Liberty in the background. This is a card I had never seen before until it was offered to me. I've yet to see another one, and people that I've asked haven't seen it. I think this is a really tough series. The guy that sold it to me had two. He had one in his set, and he had this one, and he said, I don't remember the amounts, but it was like this amount of money for one that's lower grade, and then I have one in perfect condition for $10 more or something. So I bought the one in perfect condition, and as you can see, it graded a 10, as he promised. So but really it's just it kind of tells the difference in like cultures. Grading doesn't really exist in other countries like we have now, especially over in Europe, and they don't mind about writing, or they don't have card protection or anything like that. So their perfect condition is often much different than what we would consider perfect condition. And anyone who's bought something from overseas will know exactly what I'm talking about. And last card in the order, this is a monster. This is the only card graded from the set by, I think, either PSA or SGC. This is from 1899. I'm sorry I didn't say the other cards years, but I don't know them offhand. For those that have been following like non-sport YouTube, a very popular card is the 1899 Stolwork of Leonardo da Vinci, and has this bright, beautiful green background, and it's quite expensive. I'm too cheap to buy that one, and so what I did was track down this card, which is from the same year, 1899. Who's to say which card came out first? We'll never know. But this is from a huge set that is showing famous painters, and obviously you have Leonardo da Vinci and The Last Supper there, and then it has this beautiful, beautiful bright, vibrant purple ink color, which is something you don't see too often. And then written on the back here, if it's showing up, I'm bad at YouTube, guys. It's number 69, written in pencil, and what that is, and I'll show on the other one. That's from the guide that I sent. He numbered, the guy that put the guide together, put them all in chronological order, and they printed them on the later ones. They printed it on the back, and I don't think that is written anywhere on this one, but so who knows what this one would have graded if somebody had not written in pencil. Let me get a close-up of that so you guys can see it. But I love the ink color. The front is very cool, great contrast. This is like a real photo card, and for those of you who have handled those, you know that they're super subject to fading, and this card is just immaculate. Great contrast, and it's definitely been hidden from the sun since 1899 for the most part. So I'll do my part to continue that. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you know someone who would be interested in the Tony Lazzari, I can't remember if I said that will also be for sale, as well as the Jack Dempsey. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Saw some stuff you haven't seen before. Yeah, hopefully this video is watchable. I don't know. Anyway, Alex, you made it all the way. There you go. There's your video, buddy. See ya.